Hello and welcome. This is part 3 of the Kentico tutorial online forms. So in the first two videos of the Kentico 12 online forms, so we have seen how to create a online form, and in the second video we have seen how to create an online form with the custom layout. So in this video we will try to understand how to prevent duplicate entries in Kentico Forms. So you can see in our current window that there are multiple entries with same emails. So you can see these records are duplicate. So we need to prevent this. So for this we will be creating a global event handler where we will see we can handle those events of the Kentico Forms, and with the help of those event we can prevent this problem. So let's go to our Kentico solution. So this is the Kentico 12 solution. So we need to create a event handler. So you can see there is a old app code folder. So we will be creating a handler here. Let's add a folder here first. Handlers. The folder creation is not mandatory. I am creating it just for a better understanding. Now I'll be creating a class here. Let's give it a name as online form events. So you can see a class has been created. So first of all, let's inherit this class with the module class. So it is mandatory to inherit this class from module so that we can register it as a global event handler. Let's add the namespace. Let's create a constructor here. So the constructor is added. Okay. Let's override the onInit method of that module class so that we can inject our global event handler with the. So for the global online form events, we will use the Kentico provided API, which is BizForm item events. For that, we need to add the namespace for the BizForms. So the namespace is cms dot online forms. Let's add that. We will be adding here so like you see we will be taking the online form event for on insert before. So like we need to check if the record is already there in the table. So we will check that record and prevent that from inserting. So there are other events as well. You can go to the documentation and check all other events also. So for here, as our requirement is for to uh, prevent those entries, so we will be using the before event. So we will give a name here as base form. Let's give it a name as event handler. You can give this name as per your convenience. I have already copied the code, written the code for the handler class method. So I will directly paste it here to save the time. And you can see in the method I am creating a item for the biz form, and in the biz form item I have given the biz form code name of the particular biz form we are checking. So one thing you need to make sure here is you need to give the code name here in the lowercase letters. So let's check what is the code name. So if you go to the general tab, you can see that the code name is there. So you need to copy that code name and paste it here in the Visual Studio Code itself. Let's check here. This is employee, the form code name. So you need to give name here as baseform.employee, and all letters should be in lowercase. So we are making a check with the email because email is unique, and we will be fetching that email value of the user which is going to enter that details, and we will compare that email with the existing email if there are any records with the email, and we can use it as e.cancel. So e.cancel will prevent the user to make any duplicate entries. We can also do the updation here by using let's first compile it and check if it is working or not. Let's refresh our window. In the meanwhile, let's go to the documentation, check which will be easy for you. So if you go to the global event handle events documentation, you can get all the information about the global events and how to create it and all the events related thing. Let's go to the API examples and check if you want to update it, if it is a record, if it is a duplicate record. So you can also do that by updating those existing record. So you can go to the documentation and check for the updation code of the online forms. Let's check where are the biz forms. It is in the form data. So you can see that updation of the record is code is here. So you can use the Kentico API of the API classes of the biz forms, and you can also use this code for the updation. So I have used the easiest way, which is e.cancel. So you can also do the updation thing by placing the fields here like that. So our code is compiled and let's check if it is working. So let's see that we already have record for the duplicate entries. So you can see we already have test@test.com. Let's give it a try. So our record has been inserted here. Okay, one mistake I have done here. We need to register it as an assembly here. So without registering it, that assembly will not be discoverable. So for that we need to add a namespace as CMS, and we need to decorate here as register assembly. Please make sure if the class name is same as here. We need to remove this namespace as well, because we are going to register it as a global event handler. So the namespaces should not create problems for us. So let's save this. Okay, this has to be named as register module. So in case you are confused about it, you can also check the documentation that yes. So you can see that assembly discoverable attribute is here. So let's again compile it. Guys, if you have any doubt, you can go to the documentation and check the code. So I'm just demonstrating you so that it will be easy for you. Let's refresh it and wait for some time, and we will immediately test it. It's taking time, it's quite slow. Meanwhile, we can see other events as well, like for updation, this is the code. So you can also delete the record on the basis of the BizForm API. And you can also add the record by calling that insert. It is still processing. You can also check the record by inserting it from the admin itself. Let's give it a try again. So we can see it is showing us that there is some error. Let's change the email here. Let's change the email again. So you can see that changes are saved. Let's go to the entries and check. So you can see that test@test123.com is already there. So that is the reason it doesn't allow us to enter the same email. So you can see that we have already prevented the duplicate entries. So that's all for today. Thank you for watching this video. Have a nice day.